On this episode of the Layover Live, Sara Burton stops by to talk generic creative.
Jason, I did a portrait of you.
Yep. I did one of you as well. Not bad, right? Hello everyone and welcome to episode 46 of the Layover Live, where we bring you the top article from the Layover each week. I'm Jason Swick, VP of Digital Marketing, and I'm joined by design expert Sara Burton. So Sara, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Super happy to have you here talking about creative. Creative is such an important piece, and I wanted to bring you in to talk about some of this because oftentimes we think about data, we think about the importance of different marketing channels, and we don't talk about those in the same light as creative sometimes, but I really think what really can make or break a campaign oftentimes is that creative element, right? It's also the things that we tend to remember a lot when we're talking about marketing campaigns. So this article this week comes from AdWeek. It talks about not letting bad creative ruin good data. So kind of getting into that a little bit, how do you think digital marketing plays a role in this mass generic creative problem that we seem to be having? Right?
Yeah, absolutely. So as the article mentioned, we need to really focus on how audiences are consuming content, and with the move to digital mobile first, we need to consider how is your brand message going to be related in a quick and concise way that you can gather that audience and convey that in a digestible manner.
Not like in a stick figure way like I showed earlier, right? Okay, good. So, one of the things I want to talk about also is, relating it back to DMOs. So how does data-driven creative maybe relate back to DMOs in the tourism space in general?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're in a traditional AOR model, you need to really consider that your digital team needs to be a part of that conversation. And I think the article touches on that too, that we need to have a seat at the table to understand what the traditional agencies are doing and how do we oversee that and collaborate with them to develop content that is going to work in the digital space. There's a lot of considerations in a lot of important points. So I think it's really important to customize that content as users are moving through the funnel, and recycling a main brand message from, say, a TV commercial just isn't going to work anymore.
No, I think you're spot on with that. That's oftentimes what we try to do. Now, you want to repurpose content as best you can, but doing that for the sake of doing that doesn't make a lot of sense if there's no strategy behind it or data backing that, right?
Exactly.
But thinking about it just in terms of digital marketing itself, so how should we think about creative as just digital marketers in general?
Yeah, absolutely. So in the creative space, we truly are storytellers, and I think it's really important to keep that in mind when you're developing your content and marketing your destination. Selecting messaging and even photography and elements that are going to really resonate with your audience, and understanding those niche markets. So you're not going to show Girls Weekend if you're more family-driven destination, for example. And being able to focus in on those niche targets is really going to give you the ability to understand your audience before they even really know what their needs and desires are.
Yeah, I think you're spot on, and I think also times understanding the platforms that you're placing this creative on is just as important, right? Because people are consuming content in different ways, making sure that you're crafting that creative in a way that speaks well to that audience on that particular platform, right?
Exactly.
In addition to some of these audiences. So that's excellent. Sara, thanks for stopping by and sharing that. It's a great article. Take a look at it. Creative is such an important element as it comes to digital marketing and your performance and your overall brand.
Absolutely.
Yep, so great. Thanks for stopping by this week. We'll see you next time. Have a great day.